let's start with Wes Watson has a racist meltdown by Bubba.
Dude, the craziest thing is grown men who use this word gadooshed. You guys are getting
Wait, what?
gadooshed by your own
Gadooshed?
mom and your brother and
You
your
mean
friends and your
skadoosh?
cousins. Like, what the who the is any word that has
Skadoosh. I
a
think he
grown
means
man,
that.
a video game playing grown loser. No
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. Guys, we got another video on the road. So bear with me. I understand the quality is trash. But you know what, Bubba Army, I'm back. And you know what, man, the AMU, the Alpha Male Universal you've been cultivating here on the Bubba YouTube channel just gets crazier and crazier. So
Alpha?
Wes Watson, right,
yeah.
the peg master,
Sure.
he takes the massive pegs. He went on YouTube, okay? And this guy, he doesn't know how to handle live criticism. And he's crashing out. Apparently, the trolls have taken down his Instagram. So the guy had this alternate of an alternate, and then he made another one. The Wes Watson
he's
subreddit,
making
shout out to everybody
accounts?
doing work over there. They are really, really driving this guy crazy. So let's get into the
Oh,
rest
because
of these
probably
crazy
because his
rants,
other
because
one got
holy
like
moly, this guy is off his ass. Let's get into
suspended or
flow
something for a
state
little bit.
together.
cocoa butter on your head and on your ashy knees. She don't with you, bro. JoJo. You could. I bet you understand what JoJo looks like, you guys.
What?
JoJo the monkey, the jumping around monkey man.
What is happening?
Like nobody gives a about people like you, dipshit. A brickle real estate agent lives in the shittiest condo in SLS and gets stuck in that elevator all day. Monkey JoJo. Yeah, jump around, monkey. Don't give a. I wish I could.
What is happening
I
with
wish I
this
could write up every word on
guy?
these motherfuckers. Like
Holy
everything,
shit, he's
not
fucking
hold
crashing
anything
out.
back.
Bro, on God, I honestly think that's probably the worst shit Wes Watson has ever said. Like, the trolls have really shattered this guy. We're literally witnessing a grown man, self-proclaimed alpha male, call black people monkeys. Like, that's seriously the timeline we're in now with Wes Watson. Like, this shit
Probably
is
don't want to
insane.
do that.
It's
That's probably
absolutely
not a good idea.
deplorable. And I just can't even believe it, honestly. Like,
I don't.
dude, this guy's like
don't do
losing
that.
all of his Instagrams. He's losing everything because he's still threatening people to fight them, right? Apparently that's the word on the street.
I mean,
And
Wes
then
Watson
now on
has
his
already
YouTube
been
live,
caught
which
up
this live
doing
is
that.
now deleted.
I think
Shout
he's
out to
already
Wes
got
Watson
charges on
subreddit
him
once
for doing
again
that.
recording everything. This guy's gonna get his freaking YouTube deleted. Like, you can't just say that crazy ass shit and then expect YouTube not to bring the ban hammer, you know? Some people will be like, oh, why you dry snitching, Bubba? Why you dry snitching? I'm just saying the facts. I'm just saying the facts. I'm not snitching on no one's bullshit, right? You saw the clip. YouTube's gonna be like, banned his ass, but guess what? It's not the end of it. No, this is just the beginning.
There's already court action against
Or
him.
like, we're going 50-50. You know, it's really only the
Going
urban folk who talk about going 50-50. It's never white guys.
Going
It's never not even
I don't know
Mexicans.
what the fuck is he
It's
talking
literally like they have
Every time he
such
talks,
a
I have
bad
no idea what the
reputation
fuck.
for having no father present that they want a bitch to take care of them. They really want another mother because most of the urban folk, their dads weren't around. Went out for Newports and they went out for a 40 and they never came back. And I don't give a you guys, straight up. I don't give a about calling it how it is because it's up to you guys who don't like that your people operate like that to change the narrative.
He's getting real
But all
fucking
these
racist.
urban speakers
You want to know
online
who's really
are still
racist?
saying
Oh my
50-50,
god.
And you should have a
Jesus.
chick pay for you. Your mama paid for you
Guy is
because
just
your
fucking
daddy wasn't
belligerent with
around.
it.
So now you're looking for another mama to pay for you. Straight up. You guys get that? Understand that. I hope someone puts that somewhere because it's the stupidest shit. Grow the men are providers. The better of a provider
Aren't
you are,
you the one
better
who's
of a man
freaking
you
the
are.
fuck
The
out?
better of a protector you are, the better of a man you are. Urban folk, yes. That's every race that agrees with that. That's even white people who believe in that stupid urban bullshit. It's literally.
So right at the end, Wes Watson, I think he realizes the crazy shit he just said for about over a minute and then try to save his ass by saying, oh, the urban folk includes everybody, when in reality, Wes Watson was definitely
Well,
not
I
trying to
mean,
include
he was already
everybody
talking
under
about
that
black
umbrella
people in the
term. We all
beginning,
know what
right?
he was saying, right? Let's just be like brutally
And then
honest. This
he
guy was
starts
being
talking about urban
crazy
folk
ass
next.
racist,
Like,
honestly. And I please just bear with me, okay? I don't throw the word around because I understand that people are like quick to say, that guy said this and that guy is a that, right? But I mean, I'm being dead ass. I'm being serious. I know I love to make jokes here, and we love to kadoosh these alpha males. But in a moment of seriousness, like, no, like, that's what this guy's talking about. And if you're bothered by oh, Bubba, why are you saying he's that or this? Then just unsubscribe. I really don't care to have those type of people in the Bubba Army community. Definitely not. And it just blows my mind. I don't understand how anybody could watch that clip and then reach any other conclusion that Wes Watson is not engaging in the conduct that I've just talked about. I can't believe it. It's crazy.
I mean, he's attacked
believe it. We all
people.
knew this
He's
guy was
look, the
totally
dude is
corrupt.
unhinged. I don't know what to
Angie
tell
even
you.
doing? I don't understand.
Just look
what
back
she's
at
doing
his
in this
other
video, but
incidences
there's
where
some more
he
clips, and let's roll them.
where he goes roid rage on people.
How the f is the sound off? It doesn't even make sense. These lives are stupid as shit.
It's just, why are you doing that?
Look at Bo knows, yeah.
What the fuck? I'm so confused.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
No.
It's not muted. How the f is it muted? The thing ain't made. Yeah, we can hear you. These other dudes are just idiots. Your trolls are owning you. No, you're ruining your life by being worried about another man. Is actually what you're doing. But let's why the fuck is this thing going so fast? Okay, you guys, ask some goddamn questions.
Why is he doing this if he hates it so much?
You can't even see nobody. Look at these guys think it's funny to say they can't hear the audio because that's how they're trolling right now. Look at, like, what if that was your life? What if your life was being worried about another man who's killing it and you can't even show your face online? You don't even show your fucking face. That is crazy.
You need to suffer more, okay? You need to suffer, okay? You should go back to jail because you just keep repeat offending.
So I had to include this clip. It's a little bit more lighthearted. It's genuinely funny. The trolls really got to him. I can't believe he fell for the oldest trick in the book when it comes to streaming. Like, has this guy ever
I don't know why he
Twitch?
was
Has
doing
this guy
it.
ever watched a stream? I mean, it's just crazy. You guys really broke this man. Like, he doesn't understand. He uses this argument all the time saying, oh, you're a grown man worrying about another grown man and what he's doing. Like, Wes Watson doesn't understand that probably like 80% of the people that are trolling him on live or whatever, it's like during the time that they're taking this fat, nasty dump after eating Taco Bell, right? And then they're just on the toilet, just destroying, gadooshing the toilet,
Well, I mean, you have to. You can't. Well, I mean, everyone has to.
Like,
I mean, the human bodily functions are, I mean, you kind of have to take a poop.
It's not that serious, man.
I mean,
like, I'm over here making this super quick video trolling
you don't
your
take
ass,
poops. Well,
man,
that means
funny.
you got some problems
Generally,
with your with your stomach and shit.
From this crash out
with your
live.
body.
Once
That's
again,
not
I
good.
encourage everybody to check out the Wes Watson subreddit. They're really the grassroots movement. They're leading the fight against, I don't know, all the alpha males, you could say. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you laughed your ass off at this. And if you want to see more, then be sure to subscribe. Thanks for checking out the content, and see you later, gal.
Well, there you have it, Wes Watson. Apparently he's still streaming and being retarded. All right, and then we'll go into what another lawyer thinks about the Diddy trials that's happening for the past 2 weeks. Or yeah, pretty much for the past 2 weeks. The first week was basically jury selection. Second week was the actual doing testimony and witnesses. So here we go. From CLR, Bruce Rivers. Pretty well-known lawyer.
Will Sean, the Diddler Master,
He even knows
testify?
about the
I'll
fucking
give you my
name.
prediction.
He knows.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
Bruce
Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
I think he's a criminal defense lawyer.
And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your personal, very own board-certified criminal defense lawyer. You know who you are.
Okay,
Today,
yes, he was a
this
criminal
is
defense lawyer.
CLR, Criminal Lawyer Reacts, the channel so crafted and curated by the former content genius that we knew as Michael Rivers, God rest his soul. Today we're reacting. This is an update on Diddy, okay? And I don't get everything right. I try to get everything right. I try to give you an analysis from a board-certified criminal defense lawyer, and I think I do a halfway decent job. So if I get something wrong, let me know. But if I don't, shut up. But before we get to that, this is brought to you by AskALawyer.com. AskALawyer.com is one of our favorite sponsors because guess what? If you're sitting in your mother's basement with your Cheeto-stained underwear trying to figure out the next path in life, maybe you need a lawyer. I know my grandma does, and she calls AskALawyer.com. You go to AskALawyer.com, you get a real lawyer, and let's just say you have what you think is a case. Any kind of case against your landlord, against, a contract dispute.
Yeah, just because you think, you need actually you need consultation, right, from a lawyer to say, do you, because you have to bring the case to the lawyer and they tell you, you might or might not have a case here, right?
Or if you have a criminal case, you go to AskALawyer.com for $49. They can advise you. They might be able to refer you to a lawyer that can represent you. Or they might just tell you, look, you don't
because
have a case,
they're going
to,
or maybe give you options.
You got your own case. You're representing yourself and you want to do your own legal research. Go to AskALawyer.com and they've got AI trained on all the different states.
If it's
and
worthwhile.
So you can do your own research.
Well, that
AI
depends on...
$49. You can't... I would charge way more than that.
to the lawyers you
Same
talk
that bring
to.
you eForms and eSign. Solid folks. Solid sponsor of the channel. Give them some love. There you go. That's my spiel on AskALawyer.com. Okay, let's talk about who's testified so far in the Diddy trial. Well, we have Cassie Ventura. Oh, Cassie Ventura. We have Cassie testifying about all kinds of stuff. And how did the defense attack her? Well, there's all kinds of text messages. She's saying she's looking forward to this or that. Somebody can enjoy something once or twice and all of a sudden say, this isn't for me. And all of a sudden it turns into an ugly thing. And some could argue that she's being plied with drugs because a lot of the testimony surrounded drugs, illegal drug use. And when you do that,
it's understandable.
That feeds into an overt act. Now remember, there's
she was drugged, therefore she didn't have any
over state lines.
Any self-control over her actions, right?
And then you also have
stuff like that. But
RICO.
it's like
and the RICO
that's hard to say
one.
because she was in a relationship
so
with Diddy
at
this point, right before the incident and up to this point, right up to the present point of that incident.
Cassie testified. She spent 4 days on the stand. 4 days. That's a long time. And it was emotionally charged.
And then she was a physical, right? She, even though she was domestic abuse, right? Physically abused, mentally abused. She still loved Diddy, right? She was still.
Her consent.
It's like domestic victim 101
and
shit.
she testified that she maintained, or that Combs maintained control over her.
So it's like,
now remember,
I hate to say, even with all the issues, she still loved Diddy in a sense, right?
What makes it even worse is she was trying to get away, and he wouldn't let her leave.
Yeah.
And until somebody from the hotel was there, then he had to let her go. And you can see the pictures that she took afterwards, where she's got some beating, some bruising, and it just doesn't look good. David James testified.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
He's her former assistant. He gave some insight into the day-to-day operations of Combs' private life. this is kind of a big deal because, you know, what happens behind closed doors is, you know, that's what if I was a big celebrity like this and you had an assistant, I suppose if you're not doing crazy
Oh yeah,
shit, you
I don't even know what they're going to do with
but
the
if you
assistant
are,
either,
these people always turn
because
on you.
they
My
were
office
right
partner,
saying the assistant
God
also
rest
did
his
some
soul,
shit
'cause he
too.
passed away last June. But Joe, he represented Prince years ago. It was a defamation thing, and these two women were suing him because they tried to sell something to the public. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was when his kid died, and but you know, you got people that work for you as a celebrity. They want to cash in. You know, it's kind of like the court clerk, like we did in that Murdoch trial. You know, cash in on your position. Well, evidently, I don't, and I'm not saying David James is cashing in here, but he gave insight into the day-to-day operation of Combs' private life. He testified about prepping hotel rooms, and the drugs and sex paraphernalia.
Yeah,
And
he
he's laying the
basically had
scene.
someone
It's all
to
foundation,
prep
that's what they call it.
rooms and stuff for him.
And he described an incident in which Combs allegedly armed himself with 3 guns to confront a rival music executive, Suge Knight. I don't think Combs is from the street. I know he pretends like he is, but you know, all this, he's got a lot of money, and I think he's got a lot of ego. James also said that he initially struggled when he was being asked to do what he was doing, but he came numb over time. You know, you cheat on your wife once, oh God, I feel real guilty. Do it dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Oh, I guess it's not so bad. You know, it comes same with anything else. Do drugs for the first time, feel kind of shitty. But all of a sudden it becomes normalized. And that's what basically he was testifying to. Basically supports the claims of normalized pattern of excess and abuse.
Yeah.
So then we have Sheree Hayes, a dancer, and the Punisher,
Escorts.
a dancer's confirmation.
Yes.
Professional
He paid for
dancer
escorts.
Sheree, known by her stage name The Punisher, testified that he was paid approximately 630 pounds to perform a strip routine for Ventura while Combs watched. Hayes told the jury that he was instructed
basically
to make eye
Combs
contact
was
with
in the
Combs,
cut chair.
and that he
paid
then
for
took
it,
place
too.
at Trump Tower. Oh my God! In 2012,
He was
His
into
account
that kind
supported
of fucking
Ventura's
fetish.
claims and gave weight to the idea of these freak-offs were not isolated but carefully orchestrated. And you know, and here's the thing: I think they've also had somebody testify, you know, about the sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And
they're putting sex trafficking and transportation on
So then we have Regina Ventura
charges, I think.
her mother. She testified about her daughter's physical injuries, emotional distress, and this is kind of a you know, when you have a witness like that, it can be powerful, you know, but it's also a partisan, right? It is somebody that definitely has an agenda, protecting her daughter. She submitted emails and photographs as evidence and spoke of veiled threats and demands for money that allegedly came from Combs. Evidently, he demanded like $20,000 from Cassie, and I can't remember what that was exactly for, but and she wound up paying it. She took out a home equity loan and paid him the 20 grand. Carrie Morgan, a friend who witnessed violence. These firsthand witnesses are powerful. And then when you have like emails and pictures to back up what you're saying, it's very, very powerful. Carrie Morgan was one of Cassie's best friends. She shared that she saw Combs hit Ventura with clothing hanger and recalled him screaming at her so forcefully she felt physically shaken afterwards. Her testimony is coming from someone outside Combs' professional life and gave further credit. See, one of the things that you do as a defense lawyer is you try to tear down the victim in a case, and that's what they have to tear apart her credibility. Mm-hmm. And the government knows. Right?
Basically you attack their credibility, arguments.
Her credibility. They don't have to. But they
tried to
and so
right. They tried to make it seem that the person was not really helping and was
Don Richard, a music
was an
insider,
accessory to the
formerly
crime
Danny
in a sense.
Singer Don Richard, who worked under Combs' Bad Boy label, said she witnessed Combs violently assault Ventura.
They're an opponent that
choking,
they
kicking, dragging. This all goes to the idea
that they were doing something right.
One of the things she said,
shady
I thought
behind
she
the
might
scenes
die.
in a sense.
She told the jury. Her testimony introduced a chilling picture of behind-the-scenes glamour of Combs' music empire. Oh, no, this is the one I was thinking about. Daniel Phillip, escort with a story. Daniel Phillip, a male stripper, testified that he was paid to have sex with Cassie while Combs watched. You know, say what you want about being a freak and a freak off. I'm not letting a guy touch my woman. His account aligned with the timeline and descriptions previously offered
Well, I
by
mean, there's
Ventura.
people who
And
are
guess
into
what else
that
they're gonna
kink
have?
stuff. I
Probably
mean,
financial
they're into
records that
that
go
open
along with the
relationship
payment to the
stuff.
sex
I don't know
worker.
why.
So you have a sex worker. So you have somebody dancing.
I
in front
mean,
of her. You got
a lot of
somebody
some musicians
You're gonna
indulge
have-
in
and
that
that's
kind
the
of stuff, right?
trafficking,
Paying
or
for
not the
escorts
trafficking,
and
but the
stuff.
transportation across state lines. Probably the easiest count to prove. So Cassie talked about a makeup artist named Mila Morales. She recounted a time where there was a party at Prince's place. So Morales testified, and she corroborated some of the prior testimony from Cassie Ventura, who alleged that Combs beat her in a hotel bedroom after spotting her at an unexpected party at Prince's Los Angeles home. The makeup artist told the court that she stayed behind to take a nap on the couch at the Ventura's Beverly Hills hotel room that night and woke up to a commotion later. Morales testified that Ventura came in and went straight to the bedrooms with Combs behind her. They shut the door to the bedroom, and Morales said she heard yelling and screaming, didn't exactly see what happened, but when she came out, when Cassie came out, she had a busted lip and knots on her head after the incident. And then Morales testified that Ventura stayed with her for a few days after the incident, and a doctor and a friend came to check on the singer. So
I think
and
during
then Morales said she
I don't
feared
know
for
if
her
he
life.
did.
She didn't call the police.
I don't think he did
know,
this with
You're
Kim
dealing
Porter.
with somebody who probably
Because
not
Kim
so much
Porter was
anymore,
his first
but at one time
wife,
was a huge
and
mogul
first love.
in the music industry, right?
I don't
And
think
he's
he
a
ever did.
billionaire, So
He might
he's
have
got
done. I
all
can't
this
remember.
power. And if you didn't do what he said, you
it was
disappeared.
I
That's
think
what people
it was
thought.
said
And
that
so
he
these
was
horrific
doing
tales,
some.
over and over again, are bolstering the credibility
It's hard to say.
of
Right.
Cassie. And that's really critical to this, because if you don't believe her, you don't have much. I mean, because it's really built on her testimony.
I think she was also
Fred
trying to
Seymour,
write a
the
book
hotel
too,
manager,
but then that never
of
saw the light of
L'Hermitage
day.
Hotel in
Or at
Beverly
least
Hills,
they saw
testified that
they
a room
released
would
some
require
parts of
deep
it.
cleaning after Combs stayed there. So gross. Seymour told the court that Combs would stay under an alias, of course. Notes marked in his hotel profile included that Combs used excessive amounts of oil and spilled candle wax.
Oh,
on
there's the
everything.
baby oil, yeah.
So he had to pay a $500 for a cleaning fee, and they had to do a deep
for
clean. And no black light allowed.
yeah.
Let's get to Kid
Jesus.
Cudi. Prosecutors admitted photos into evidence that showed
Oh yeah,
burn
Kid
damage to
Cudi. Yeah, he
Cudi's
had Kid
car,
Cudi car
which he
burned.
said was caused by a Molotov cocktail in 2012.
Yeah, he said it
after
was caused
Combs
by,
learned
he
that
blames
Cassie was dating
Diddy
Kid Cudi.
for
And
it.
here's the other thing.
Right.
He says they both feel like they got played by Cassie Ventura. What really is more important than anything else is the photos showing. The photos show what appears to be a burned hole through the top of the convertible, as well as scorch marks on the driver's seat. Kid Cudi, or he's also known as Scott Muscudi, he testified about his relationship with Cassie and the abusive nature of her relationship with Sean Combs. That's what he testified.
Oh yeah,
yesterday
because
about that.
apparently,
He
well, I
testified
mean,
his car
because
was
Sean
torched with
Combs didn't like the
Molotov
fact that
cocktail
Cassie
after
was
his
with
relationship
another
with
man.
Ventura ended, and he suspected Combs was involved. Earlier that same day, former assistant George Kaplan returned to the witness stand, describing the demanding job of being Combs' bagman and cleaning up liquor bottles and baby oil from hotel rooms. Fucking gross. And now they're going to be off until Tuesday. When you're looking at this thing from 30,000 feet, you've got a male dancer, you've got a called the Punisher. You can't make this stuff up.
Well, I mean, that's his stage name. I don't know what you want. He's a goddamn escort. He's a paid sex worker.
Whatever. You've got Kid Cudi, you've got a makeup artist, you got a best friend, you got a mother.
Yeah.
You
got a
an
bunch of
HSI
fucking
guy
sex
testifying
workers
about,
and
the
being
computer
paid to
stuff.
do
That's probably We're gonna
shit.
get into that stuff
Right,
next
bunch
week.
of
You've got
videos,
foundation
yeah,
kind of
right.
laid about drugs,
Abuse,
about control,
drugs, yeah.
about kidnapping, about assault, about sexual assault, about sex trafficking.
Yeah, there's a
about
lot of shit.
transporting over state lines. That's what we have so far. Is he going to walk from this? No.
Yeah,
No,
with
he's
all
not
the
gonna walk from
charges, no,
this.
he's going to get
They say
tagged
this
with-
is going to last until July. I don't think it's going to last until July. But if you look at the exhibit numbers, I mean, they're high. I mean, they've got a lot of exhibits. And then you also have to have their defense. Big question. The question of the day: will Sean, the Diddler master, will he testify? I'm going to give you my prediction.
I would think
predict
so.
He will testify.
Yeah, I would
And
think
let
so
me tell
too.
you why. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
absolutely
He's
nothing
already
to
been
lose.
labeled. Yeah, he's
Generally
already been
speaking,
labeled
the rule
with
of
all
thumb is
this stuff.
You don't want your client.
I mean,
to
he would
testify
want
if
to
you can
probably
avoid
talk to the jury to
Why?
try and
Because
sway
your
them.
client's
Yeah,
unsophisticated, generally speaking, and
because as it stands, I'm pretty sure
unless
the
you have a
jury's listening to
really
this and
excellent,
being like, "Holy shit, what the fuck is
client
all this?"
Who is really smart and savvy and not full of ego, which Combs is. He is. But he's got good lawyers, so they can prep him really well. You
Yeah.
don't want your client to be subject to cross-examination. And when they give their story, you want them, the jury to hear it for the first time. But the problem with a case like this, where you have, it's not a he said, she said case, really. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
there's
there's
so
hard
much other
evidence of him doing some weird
things
shit, right?
Other than Cassie's word that corroborate what she's
Yeah,
saying.
and then you have
But
the eyewitness
if you only hear
testimony
one
of,
side of the
of
story,
people
if you
close
only
by to
hear what
Cassie and
Cassie
stuff,
is
right?
saying, where's the countervailing narrative? Where is the person
Yeah.
saying, no, this is really what happened? They're gonna have
Yeah,
to,
no,
unless
there's
you call
no
in all
there's no
kinds of witnesses of
counter
people that
narrative.
were
Yeah,
there
there's
and
no
just,
counter
"Oh, I
narrative
saw her
to
do that." Of
right. You
course
don't have the
Well, she
family
wanted to
going
be
out.
near him. She
No,
wanted the
he
drugs.
didn't do right.
And
They
she
don't.
had
They
an opiate
can't say
addiction.
anything. They know they
so-
can't say
but
anything.
that's how you can control them.
Because
and what
it's
is that?
plastered all
That's
over the
coercion.
fucking internet.
There you go. That's sex trafficking. By force.
Right, there's
fraud,
all these
or
instances of
coercion.
where Diddy has been
And so,
fucking out of his out of his
if
mind, right?
Combs doesn't testify, where's the countervailing narrative?
Unfortunately, even his family
I
just
mean,
has to just let
if a defendant
Combs
doesn't
eat,
testify,
right? Let Diddy
you're
eat
not
it.
supposed to be able to hold that against him, right? There's a specific jury instruction that the court will give saying, in this case, the defendant did not testify and he has that right. You are not to use his silence for any purpose. Any out-of-court statement that he may have made can be used for any purpose.
Yeah.
So if you remember before he got indicted, and they haven't played this yet, I don't think, and I don't know that they may or may not play this. But if he's going to testify, he'll want to play this. Let's just watch his little bullshit apology real quick.
It's so difficult to reflect.
Oh yeah, He
Darkest times in
also
your
said
life.
that. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that.
I wonder if they're going to play this in the fucking court. Me too. I forgot about that.
But I make no excuses.
Yeah, this
My
would be
behavior
crazy
on
if
that
they
video
put this
is
into evidence,
inexcusable.
because it is technically evidence.
I take full responsibility
Because
for my actions in that
it's
video.
it's right. This is his statement.
disgusted.
This is him right up.
I was disgusted
Basically
then when I did it. I'm
admitting,
disgusted now.
right? It's an admission.
I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God
Yeah, I
for
wonder
his
if they're
mercy and
going to
grace.
use this, because this is an admission. Right? They could use this in court of kids. Yeah,
so
anything
sorry.
goes in the court of law, right?
But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
That ain't the Sean Diddy Combs that we know, is it? No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And why not? The Sean Diddy Combs that we know wears the crown, and he thinks he's Caligula. And he is the diddler.
He's
He's the one
Caligula.
that's got and what did he have? This is juxtaposition, right? So you hear this, I'm gonna change.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we
be
should
a
say that
new
about
man.
a known
I
streamer
showed the
named
leg. I
Hassan
heard the
Diddy
Lord. I
Hamas
got the Lord in my heart.
Bin Laden
Fucking
Piker,
break.
right?
What did you have in your hotel room when you got fucking arrested? Drugs and baby oil. Gee, let's have a
Drugs
Diddy
and
party.
ba-
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I mean,
yeah,
and this is going to
it's-
be jammed up.
yeah,
his
LeBron.
nose,
LeBron did
for
say
lack of a
that.
better word, if he testifies, because I don't think that the government is going to want to play this, but it is an admission that he did.
Yeah, it is an admission.
Because you can't defend what's in that video. Remember
Yeah.
the video? You can't defend.
Yeah,
that.
that's
Why
an
can't you
admission to
defend it?
this. Yes.
Because it's
Exactly.
reprehensible. I mean, she's
He,
laying on the
see,
ground, and
even
he's
the
dragging
lawyer
her,
knows
and,
that this is an
he
admission.
don't want her to leave.
It's
Why does
so
he want her to leave?
bad.
Because she's probably going to go tell somebody what happened, right? He's going to expose him. And guess who got exposed? The diddler.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is just absolute nonsense. It's more manipulation. This happened, I think, about 3 or 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
or so,
it happened
you
in the
know,
past.
About the
Before
time that- I
the
think
yeah,
was
it
about the
happened
time that
before
she
the
filed her lawsuit and then they
lawsuit.
paid her
Yeah.
off. You know, she settled for $20 million the day she filed because they didn't think she was going to do it. You know, it's like, well, how dumb would you be to settle that at that point? You know, I mean, okay, you file it, fuck you. Let's go prove this up. I wouldn't have paid her the $20 million, but she knew what she was doing. Her lawyers knew what they were doing because they were stalling.
Yeah.
And the question I raised was, is he going to testify? This comes in if he testifies. And then guess what?
Yeah, I think
Guess
they
what
were
we found in your
yeah,
hotel
yeah,
room,
the whole
buddy?
thing seems
After
really
you said you were going to
strange
treatment, after you said you
because
were gonna
I
be a new
think they
man,
were
maybe you
stalling
just have
because
dry
they
skin
know
and
that
you need
she's
all that baby
pregnant.
oil.
Right? She's
you have a
pregnant
pool that
right
just
now
has
with the
baby oil in it?
baby.
Anyway,
So the fact
and
that
now-
she's
and now he
pregnant right
sits-
now,
he
it's
sits
like,
in
yeah,
a,
we're gonna
in a
put you
jail
on the
in
stand
Brooklyn
against
or
Diddy
wherever the heck
Combe
it
and
is,
hope the right.
Metro,
This is all strategic
and,
plays by
he's
the
awaiting,
by the
you know,
lawyers.
on this Memorial Day weekend, can he get up and go make himself a sandwich? No, he can't. He has to have the bologna sandwiches that everybody else has. You know, it's just sad, honestly, because you see somebody that reaches such great heights. People say, "Oh, they were tearing down the man. They're tearing down." No, he tore himself down. He tore himself.
Yeah, he put
down.
himself in that
Is he
position.
going to testify?
Yeah, he's on
I think he
camera
has
and
to
everything.
testify, you know?
Yeah, that's on him.
But
He
it
also
is
admitted
kinda
to
funny
it
when you
too.
Put this and then the pictures of his hotel room together. They make him sound really disingenuous.
Yeah.
And the only reason he's doing this is because things were blowing up.
Oh yeah.
Lawsuits were coming left and right. And he knew that this criminal indictment was because they had.
Well, I mean, his
raided
lawyers
house.
were probably calling
And they
him
knew the
every day
indictment.
about
They
the
raid your house,
situation,
you're gonna
right?
get fucking charged with something, typically, especially if the feds raid your house.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, the
So,
feds did
that's
raid
our
his house
update on the
too.
Diddy trial, ladies and gentlemen. I know you've been waiting for this all week, haven't you? I know I've been waiting to see you all week. Anyway, I'm very happy to say that nearing the end of my trial. I'm in a trial right now. Can't really talk about it. Not going to talk about it. But I got a couple of nice letters from people.
Oh, he's in the middle of
very
the trial right
heartfelt.
now.
Rosemary Winsing. I know I'm butchering your name, but thank you, Rosemary. And then we also have another one from Ken Jordan and family. Very nice people. And then I got some cuff links from Amy Ashworth. Thank you. I have to say, I really apologize. When they got here, one of them broke. So, but I it's a daily struggle to deal with my son's death, as you know. And, you know,
Oh,
I
yeah,
go to
yeah,
I
his
still
son
haven't
just
done
passed
anything
away
with his home.
recently.
I mean, his home is just sitting there, and I went there the other day, and they're putting new windows in. It's in like a townhouse development thing, and they're putting new windows in, and I just had a meltdown when I left. You know, I just started bawling like crazy. It's just tough, and thank God I've got my fiance Chloe by my side. And I'm telling you, she's really helped me through a lot. So I owe her a lot. Thank you. So anyway, so go to here. I am getting all misty eyed. But sometimes you guys, you write me letters and you make comments and stuff, and I just want to let you know what's going on. So we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, boost our Facebook numbers up because we're on Facebook too, posting a lot of older content on there, so you can kind of revisit some of the other stuff because some of the episodes I did are pretty good. They were all Michael's idea. And Go to CLRBruceRivers.com.
Yeah, so
for all your
yeah,
merch
Bruce
needs.
Rivers
See you
started
next time on Criminal
his
Lawyer Reacts.
channel because of his son. Yeah, and then now his son passed away recently. And then now he's still doing it.
He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away.
Oh, there you have it.
Just broke down your case.
CLR Bruce Rivers.
That you about to face. You ain't coming home till
Right now he's in the middle of a trial, so he's probably not going to be talking about a lot of cases too much. Well, his case too much, but he does talk about other cases and stuff. If you want to take a look at his videos and whatnot, he's got a lot. Yeah. There's Bruce Rivers on the Diddy trial and his breakdown of it.